This is the continuation of the chapter motion, and today I am taking the topics uniform and non-uniform motion. So we already have studied what is motion. In motion we have studied that in this topic we cover distance, displacement, speed, acceleration. So today's my topic is uniform and non-uniform motion. Friends, uniform motion is neither speed nor direction changes, and non-uniform means either speed or direction changes. So I will take an example and make you understand this concept. Let there is a car going with a speed of 60 km per hour. There is a car which is going with a speed of 60 km per hour. The car is not turning and it is moving with the same speed, 60 km per hour. So at point A also 60 km per hour, at point B also 60 km per hour. So this motion is known as uniform motion. We regard this motion as uniform motion. Now friends, we take again that car. Now at point A its speed is 60 km per hour, but at point B it is 80 km per hour. So friends, either speed or direction changes. So speed changes 60 to 80. So friends, it is what? Non-uniform motion. Now take a third example. Again this car is having a speed of 60 km per hour, but at point B the speed reduces to 20 km per hour. So it may increase also friends, it may decrease also friends, but the speed changes, and if the speed changes, it is non-uniform. So friend, this is also non-uniform motion. Now this first example first, 2, 3. Now I am taking the last example 4. Let there is a friend park of circular shape, and you are with your bicycle is going around the park with a speed 5 meters per second. So you are going tracing the boundary of the park within the circular shape with speed 5 meters per second. So here also 5 meters per second. Here also your speed friends 5 meters per second. Here also friends your speed is 5 meters per second. Let it, this is the point B friend, this is point C. And here also friends, let it point D, it is 5 meters per second. So friends, as you are seeing that speed is not changing. So it is what? Uniform motion, because speed is not changing. But friends, I have told you either speed or direction changes. So here friends, direction is changing. Here friends, speed is not changing but direction is changing. First it was going like this, then it was going like this, then it was going like this, then it was going like this. So speed is not changing but direction is changing. So if the direction changes, so we tell it is a non-uniform motion. So friend, this motion is also what? Non-uniform motion. So friends, I think with the help of this example you have a better understanding of uniform and non-uniform motion. Now moving to next topic. Next topic is friends about equation of motion. So friends, topic is equation of motion. This is very important. Very important, equation of motion. What is friend equation of motion? Let's take various examples to go in this concept of equation of motion. Think about yourself, friends. If you are free to go and there is no pressure of your parents, no one can predict you where you are at a particular time. You can be anywhere, in a restaurant or anywhere. So it is impossible to predict the motion of free body. But friends, there is a constraint. Constraint is what? There is some pressure, or like the pressure of parents are there, you have to go from home to school. And friends, let school timing is 6 to 12. So friends, in 6 to 12 you will be in school. If someone asks your position in 7 or 8 a.m. so where you will be at school, and someone asks your position about 5 p.m. then you will be at home. So friend, there is a constraint. So we can predict the motion when there is some constraint. So here in equation of motion, the constraint is the body must go in a straight line. Imagine there are two walls, very narrow, and you are constrained, then you will be constrained, friends, to go straight. You cannot go here, there, because the two boundaries will restrict you to go in a straight line. So this is the constraint we are studying in here, friends. Body will always move in straight line. So friends, when the body moves in a straight line, we can predict its motion. And friends, by motion, what we mean? By motion, friends, we mean we can predict its displacement, we can predict its velocity, we can predict its acceleration. So at any time, friends, at any time we can predict the body displacement, velocity, acceleration, because body is constrained, forced to move in a straight line. So friends, I hope you understand the concept. If a body is free to move, we cannot predict its motion, where he will be at any time. Just if the pressure of your pants removed, we cannot predict where you go. But if the body is constrained, like you go from home to school, school to home, we can predict easily your motion at particular time where you will be. In the same way, in physics, we constrain the motion to be in a straight line. If the motion is in a straight line, we can calculate very easily displacement, velocity and acceleration. So friends, how we will calculate? Let's see. Friends, there are 4 equations of motion which you have to memorize by your heart. First is, friend, V equal to U plus AT. Second is, friend, S equal to UT plus half AT square. Third is, friend, V square equal to U square plus 2AS. And friends, fourth is S equal to V plus U by 2 into T. So friends, these 4 equations you have to learn by your heart. You have to know. You have to learn by your heart these 4 equations. That is must in physics. Friends, formula are must in physics. If you know the formula, you will be very easy to crack the physics paper. So in here, U is initial velocity. V is final velocity. T is time. S is displacement. And A is acceleration. Friends, so here are the notation of that V equal to U plus AT, S equal to UT plus half AT square. v square equal to u square plus 2s, and s equal to v plus u by 2 into t. U is initial velocity, v is final velocity, t is time, s is displacement, and a is acceleration. Now friends, with the help of example, we will understand this equation. So I will take examples to make you understand these equations, which are very important to study. So friends, let this a car whose speed is 60 km per hour. After some time, friends, its speed is 80 km per hour. And friends, let this equal to t equal to 0. And friends, this is t equal to, let it be 20 seconds. And we have to calculate distance it cover or displacement it cover at point A and at point B. At point A it was 60 km per hour, at point B it is 80 km per hour. So we have to calculate the distance is covered. So friends, we have equation motion v equal to u plus at, s equal to ut plus half at square, v square equal to u square plus 2as, and friends, s equal to v plus u by 2 into t. So friends, which equation will be used? Always friends, three things in all this equation. There are four variables: 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Out of 4 friends, 3 will be always given. Like in this problem, u is given. U is initial velocity, friends. Initial velocity is friends how much? 60 km per hour. Friends, final velocity is what, friends? 80 km per hour. Friend, time is how much? Time is 20 seconds. So friends, we will use this equation. So by using this equation, s equal to v plus u by 2 into t, putting the value, friends, we get 60 plus 80 by 2, 20, 10, 140 into 10. Friends, here we have to see here it is 80 km per hour, but friends here time in second. So we have to convert, friend, this time in hour. So how to convert, friend, this time in hour? Divided by 60 into by 60. So the answer we will divide by 60 by 60. Solving it is 14 by, friend, 36. So friends, it will become 2 7 18, 7 by 18 km. Friend, this is the answer. The car will travel 7 by 18 km. So let friends take another example to have a better understanding of this equation. So friends, let's see another example. Second, there is a ball which is given a velocity of 5 meters per second. Friends, it will go up and again come down. So friends, we have to calculate, and friends, it will again here its velocity will be 0, then it will again come down. So we have to calculate, friends, the maximum height reached. How much height will the ball raise? So friends, what is given? Initial speed is given 5 meters per second. And friends, final velocity is given. Let it is point A, this is B. So final velocity, friends, given 0. And friends, when a body is thrown vertically upward, then you have to remember the value of A is always 10 meters per second square. We will study this why the value of A is 10 meters per second square later on. But by now you have to remember, when a ball is thrown up or when a ball is dropped, the value of A is always 10 meters per second square. So friends, A is what? 10 meters per second square. And we have to calculate what? S. So friends, which equation we will use? Again friends, we have v equal to u plus at, S equal to ut plus half at square, v square equal to u square plus 2as, and s equal to v plus u by 2 into t. So friends, we are given v u a and we have to calculate s. So friends, we will use this friends, v square equal to u square plus 2as, v square equal to u square minus 2s friends will use because force will act, the earth will pull the ball downwards, so we will use minus sign. Final velocity 0 friends, initial velocity is 5, so its square is 25 minus 2 into 10 into s. Solving this friends, 20s equal to 25, s equal to 25 by 20, 12.5, it is 1.25 meter. So friends, this is 1.25 meter. So ball will raise to a height of 1.25 meter and again comes down. Thank you.